Hi, I'm Sharon. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to take you through a quick ab workout. So we're going to start lying down on your back. Just taking a moment to find that neutral position through the spine. So just a couple of pelvic tilts to find that neutral alignment, that natural curve through the lumbar spine. Bring your arms down to the side of your body. As you breathe out, float one leg up to your tabletop position and then the other leg. And then the first leg comes down and then the second leg. And then we'll start the other side. So exhale, bring the legs up one at a time. Inhale, take them down one at a time. Focus on maintaining that neutral pelvis and keeping the pelvis level so there's not too much shifting from side to side. Breathe out to lift, breathe in to lower. Now we're going to hold the legs up. So next time you have both legs up, hold them there in your tabletop position. Take a few breaths. Really stable through the core. And then we're going to lift the head and the shoulders with that length through the back of your neck. Now you're going to bring one knee in and stretch the other leg out. And then switch. So you can bring the hands up off the floor. You can lightly catch that knee as it comes in towards you. So inhale as one leg extends and then exhale as the other leg extends. Still maintaining that neutral spine, so the pelvis is really stable here. Extending through the legs, really push out as if you're pushing something away with the bottom of your feet. One more extension on each side. Bringing those legs back to tabletop. Lower the arms, lower your head. Bring those feet down one at a time. And then bring the arms around so your hands are behind your head. And we're going to curl up. So we're lifting the head and the shoulders. And then slowly back down. We're going to keep the elbows nice and wide. You should just be able to see them out of the corners of your eyes. And then check as you lift that your tailbone is staying down on the floor. So breathing out as we curl up. Breathing in as you release down. Let's add a little twist. So as I come up this time, I'm going to point my left elbow towards my right knee and back down. Exhale, curl with that twist. Inhale, lower. And then we're going to do 5 over to the other side. So if you can keep the pelvis as stable as possible here. So go nice and slowly, work with the breath, with that exhale to curl up and the inhale to lower. And then we're going to curl back to the center again. Hold the head and the shoulders. Now you're going to tilt the pelvis. So you're going to press the lower back to the floor, bring the pelvis back to neutral, and then take your head and your shoulders back down onto the floor. So curl up first, tilt the pelvis back to neutral, and lower the head and shoulders. And again, curl up, breathe out, tilt, release, and lower. Do a couple more. Curl, tilt, release, and down. One more. Curl up, tilt, release, and down. Okay, so let's come over onto your side. And we're going to come up onto your elbow. So your feet are slightly behind you. Make sure that elbow is right underneath your shoulder. We're going to keep the top hand on the hip, and we're going to lift and then pulse the hips. So you can keep the knees together. You can straighten out that top leg. So this is a little bit easier. This one is a little bit more challenging. So we're going to push the hips up, and then we're going to do 8 taps of the hips down to the floor. So 1, touch as lightly as you can, 2, 3, and then push those hips up, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8, and come back down. Do exactly the same on the other side. So feet slightly behind you. You want to be really stable in this supporting shoulder, so make sure that elbow is right underneath the shoulder. Lengthen into the waist. Push those hips up. And then there's 8 taps. So we're keeping the pelvis or the hips stacked as we come down. 3, 4, 5, keep lengthening into the waist. 6, 7, and 8, and release. Okay, let's come over onto your hands and knees. Place your hands right underneath your shoulders. Push the floor away so you're wide across the top of the back, and then extend one leg out behind you, tuck the toes under, then the other leg into a plank. So you want that long line through the back of the body, keeping the length in your neck, pushing the floor away. Now we're going to bring those knees back under the hips, but keep the toes tucked under. And then we're going to hover the knees just an inch or so off the floor. Maintaining that neutral spine, really strong through the center. Take the knees back down. Extend those legs out behind you again, toes tucked under. And this time we're going to lift the legs just an inch or 2 off the floor and down. And the other side. Can you keep that pelvis level? And try not to let the hips drop. And avoid pushing your bum up towards the ceiling. One more each side. Now bring those knees under the hips again. Keep those toes tucked under. I'm going to hover the knees just off the floor. One more breath. And take the knees down. Okay, you're going to lower yourself down onto your front and onto your elbows. So elbows underneath the shoulders, but with your chest lifted. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. Lengthen through the back of your neck. And we're going to slowly peel the front of the body away from the floor. So think about lifting the front of the thighs first, so you're on your knees in a 3/4 plank position. Tuck your toes under. Lengthen through the legs into your full plank. Take a deep breath and then take the knees down and slowly bring the front of the thighs onto the floor and then lengthen through the spine, opening your chest. And then we're going to do that again. So we're slowly peeling the legs up. Pause, tuck the toes under. Lengthen through the back of the legs. And take those knees down. Lower the front of the thighs to the floor. Press the floor away and really lengthen through the spine. And again, lift the front of the thighs onto the toes. Now just the knees down this time. Walk the hands back towards you. You're going to sit back onto your heels. Taking your head down towards the floor. So we're going to lengthen the arms along the mat. Press your palms into the floor. And then bring those arms down to your side so that your hands are resting by your feet. And allow those shoulders to relax. Breathing into the back ribs. Okay, let's slowly roll back up. I hope you enjoyed that workout. Please check out my other Pilates videos on the YouTube channel and subscribe. And I will catch you again very soon.